Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's just after 7. My God, did we have a thunderstorm last night? Well, day before yesterday, it was a bit sunny, so I had a quick whiz around the outside of the lawn, see if I could start to cut it. And clearly, these are not the kind of stripes I wanted in the lawn, so I had to pack that in straight away. The seedlings are progressing, and it's time to feed the fish and the birds. And look at this, all this water. And I've got my wellies on because the lawn is wet through. But the Sauvignon Blanc is showing reasonable signs of growth, which I'm pleased about. But there are some issues. Some grass growing in the compost, some grass seed. I'll have to get all that out. But the marigolds are growing, and there's some flowers growing that I'd sowed the seeds, and the chrysanths, Thai chrysanths, I sowed the seeds. Wants weeding, but you know, it's been wet. Tiny fish fed. I've got some small ants. Got some small ants on me, and they're coming off the bird food. It doesn't take them long to find something they want to eat. Doesn't matter where you put it, they find it. Can you hear me squelching? Squelch, squelch, squelch. And quick look at the olives. They're coming on nice, aren't they? We've not been able to get anywhere near the garden this last few weeks. This mulberry tree is doing rather well, isn't it? Look at that. We'll be able to dance around it soon. Here we go around the mulberry bush. You're right. I go past the stripes on the lawn. Oh, I may have weeded all this, and the rains brought back the weeds with a vengeance. Now, that pineapple, can you see how it's going red? That means it's going to produce. That means fruit's going to start to grow on it when it goes red. Well, never mind. We'll soon be in the dry season. And when we're in the dry season, we say, never mind, it'll soon rain. There, then I can see a red flower. Look at this rascal. I'll have a look at that tomorrow when it's open properly. And these summos, the Thai grapefruit, weighing down that branch. Look at that rascal there. He's a big one, as the actress said to the bishop. like these mealworms, the birds. I'm going to go out in the car later and see if last night's storm has had any effect on the rivers. This is doing rather well. I can't remember what it is. It's either a peach or an apricot. Look at that. Somebody's pulled on here to turn round and left those tracks in the grass. I'll put a barrier down here. They don't realise when they pull on with trucks and cars, they don't realise that they're going to sink in the wet ground. Now there was a guy, I'm not going to mention his name, but he said, why are you getting upset over where people park or leave the cars? This is Thailand, chill. It's easy when you live on a beach and you've got bugger all neighbours and you've got almost a solitary lifestyle. When you're in a community and people's actions impact on other people, that's when you get a little miffed. Like when somebody's parking. Look at all these pumpkins down here, maize planted. Loads and loads of pumpkins. Loads of morning glory. These are some tomatoes we put in the aquaponics. And those flowers there are going to make more pumpkins. She plants different kinds of pumpkins. Then there is morning glory. This is a self-seeded tree. Rather beautiful leaves and rather beautiful stem on it as well. May says you can eat it, which is not surprising for Thais. It's not surprising for Thais, you can eat it. You know what you can eat from the jungle. Yeah, so inconsiderate or stupid parking or leaving of cars or trucks. I was in Turn the other day. Now, the local authority has spent a fair bit of money creating zebra crossings, or I think as the Americans call them, crosswalks. Two nations divided by a common language, isn't it? Anyway, so these zebra crossings, and for me, they're not in a good place because they've put them at the traffic light junctions, but they've set them about 30 yards back rather than setting them on the line of the lights, and consequently people come up and they stop when the lights are on red on the zebras. Now, I was in there the other day before the floods, and there's a bank by the zebra crossings, a blue bank, can't remember what it's called. We have yellow banks, blue banks, pink banks, purple banks. Anyway, so this zebra crossing is almost outside the bank. Well, it must have been a day where there was some kind of social security or pension or something day where people could go to the bank and claim whatever benefit or money or credit or whatever they get. I don't know. And so the parking spaces all down the road were all taken up. And some bright spark. Thailand hasn't got to the zigzags yet, where you can't obstruct approaching a crossing. Just a crossing. And some bright spark had actually parked on the zebra crossing, totally blocking it. And if that wasn't bad enough, some pillock had come along and parked next to them. So it wasn't only parking on the crossing, it was double parking on the crossing. I know, go figure. And the police station's up the road, and nothing was done. And well, not for me to say, it's not my country, I'm happy to live here. But it just makes you think, doesn't it? Just beggars belief that there could be so much stupidity. And then during the floods, this idiot had left his truck parked on in the shallows. And I said, you can't park it there, you monk, what did I call him? You can't park it there, you numpty. Jesus Christ, get a break. I said something like that. And what was offensive about that parking was simply that vehicles approaching it in the shallows, because it was about, in the deep part, it was a good foot deep, good 12 or maybe 14 inches deep, maybe more. You had to go around him, so you had to go into the deep to get back around. Damn, brain dead. Anyway, such is life. It's oh, look at them little bee-type insects. They love this flower. They go down the trumpet. It must have nectar down there. Oh, we had a hell of a thunderstorm last night. Bye-bye for now. See you later.